Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish, and welcome back to Disciples' Sacred Lands as we continue the advance of the undead hordes. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty happy with the progress we made last time, and I think Count Choco and I are getting tired of sitting around, so it's time to do something about all of these little mountain clans peons that are horning in on our space. We've managed to reclaim a lot of territory thanks to Ms. Darksoul and Mr. Bloodborne, our newest hero. But there is still a lot of work to do. Now, these folks over here have to be dealt with before our rod sticker can float over this way and take this much needed runestone mana. I think that's probably where we're gonna have to start. Let's see where they go, because we want them to come to us, but, you know, within, like, reasonable limits. Oh man, Horus do be casting Vengeance of Ymir, though. And that is a nasty spell, so we're gonna let him waste that mana on somebody else before we stick our necks out. That's part of our problem, the fact that he has that spell. And he's going to be able to keep casting it even after we pin him and his minions, in at his capital. Just like the Empire there, old Solon is going to be able to continue casting Chain Lightning on us. Now, when last we left off, Artie here had gained a level, and we know what that means. He's only level 2, so we don't have access to leadership, unfortunately. We gave Banner Bearer to Ms. Darksoul in the hope that she would be able to use some of the extra flags that Count Choco has banging around in his inventory, but of course we've been so busy with so many little, like, 1 and 2 kind of things going on, all these heroes coming in, getting up close, that we've not been able to successfully transport those banners from Count Choco down to Ms. Darksoul, because she's been holding the other end of the map down, as well as leveling up. So, that being said, we're having a hard enough time doing that anyway. Someone's going to have to play middleman. And because he can fly, I'm thinking it may wind up being Artie, because Count Choco has got stuff to do. And Ms. Darksoul cannot wander too far away from base if she's going to stay useful, if she's going to keep engaged. If he is going to pick up those banners, perhaps, and go take them to Ms. Darksoul, well then, he can also pick up some other things from Count Choco and from her as he does that. So I'm thinking we could either give him toughness, because he is a frontline melee fighter and he's not immune to weapons the way that our werewolves are. So just, you know, more hit points is more better. We love to see that number go up. Or we can choose artifact lore, because remember, we found a sanguine sword, and I think that we're already carrying a runestone. So he could grab the runestone from Count Choco when he goes up north to grab those banners for Ms. Darksoul, as well as any staves or scrolls that Count Choco may or may not have picked up in the meantime, and then take them down to her, and then he can grab the sanguine sword from her to use when he does that. Now, toughness is great, and it would be useful in the meantime, of course, like while he doesn't have the artifacts. But overall, the artifacts are going to be better, because we're talking 10% reduced damage from all sources, because it's armor, and plus 20% damage per attack. So, what do y'all think? Should we go with toughness just for expediency's sake? Because we know, like, Artie's not coming with us, right? Like, obviously Count Choco is the guy who's getting imported into the next scenario. Or should we take artifact lore and try to make use of these artifacts that we found in this scenario while we've got them? Artifacts. Yeah, we've not really gotten to play with those much yet, have we? We've picked up a couple of good ones, but we haven't gotten to equip them on anybody. And I should mention here, it's also worth noting that, of course, Artie is a warrior champion. In Disciples 2, one of the quality of life changes that was made in order to improve the function of heroes is that they gave a free perk to both warrior and scout leaders in order to bring them up to snuff and put them on the same level as the mage heroes, because mage heroes overall are just kind of better in this game. Like Count Choco obviously is a Nosferat. He is a special case because he is the only scout leader that has kind of a mage type feel to him, where he hits everybody with non-physical damage. Leave that to me. Mage heroes overall are just better because they hit everybody and they can use staves and scrolls, and that's an ability that they get for free. And that can't be replicated. There's not a perk that you can take when you level up that copies that ability. Oh, I see somebody said toughness. See, we've already gone with artifacts, but what we can do is we can choose toughness if he levels up again. These guys, these yahoos. Ugh. So what they did was they gave warrior champions artifact lore for free at first level, which kind of makes sense because, like, that's equipment, right? Like, it's swords and armor. That's what artifacts are. So, they give that to warrior leaders so that way, straight out of the gate, if you find a cool sword, or if you find a piece of armor, they can wear it. People like your Death Knights, like Artie, can wear it. By contrast, scouting heroes, like Count Choco here, were given travel lore for free, which means that they can equip travel items, magical boots. Boots do not really exist in this game in the same form, and that is because there are only 2 equipment slots on a hero, so you've only got your left hand and your right hand and whatever is in them, whether that's a banner or artifact or you're mixing and matching or whatever. Whereas in Disciples 2, the paper doll has many more slots. You have a dedicated banner slot. You can only use one, but you have a slot especially for that, and likewise a slot for a book. You have a slot for boots. You have 2 artifact slots, and then you also have, like, potion slots. Of course, I don't really care for what that chain lightning did. I should have put a shadow spell over her to protect her from that, and I just didn't think of it. And that was silly on my part. I think I'm going to go ahead and start moving her over kind of in that direction because it needs to happen. We've got to get over there. Let's hope that they don't cast a summon at the edge of this darkness. But at least, hopefully, like, they shouldn't be interested in spending that level of resources. Not on her, anyway. We've got a lot of life mana built up, so we can use the haste spell now. How do we feel about taking on those archers? We can do that without worrying about our werewolves having low health because everything here does physical damage. The problem is we've got 3 archers and they're all going to go before Ms. Darksoul. Now, of course, she's almost level 4. She's got 80 hit points. She might be able to take them out, I think. Especially if we hit them with a spell first. We haven't cast this in a while. Let's summon a Decay Dragon. That'll actually save us a little bit of death mana, and we have plenty of infernal mana banked at the moment. I don't want to go crazy with it because we have that Staff of Paralyzing and we want to fuel that, but... Oh, okay, well, I forgot Elf Rangers don't have that many hit points. Well, but at least now we know that she can take them out. And they're in a very inconvenient spot, so... There we go. Yeah, see, probably they would have killed her if we hadn't taken them out or weakened them somehow, because this guy is going to deal 40 damage on average, and they deal 25, so that would be a total of 90 damage. She's only got 80 hit points, and all of those archers are going to go before she does and before the specters do, so not great. Now these guys have a similar setup, except they've got a healer. These two guys do not matter because they cannot hurt our werewolves. Neither can they, but they can shoot our specters, and they can shoot Ms. Darksoul. Now this Oracle Elf heals 55 hit points to all allies, including herself. But even if we don't take someone out on the first try, we have 2 specters. Neither, like, these rangers working together cannot kill Ms. Darksoul in one go, and they cannot kill either of the specters in one go. If they split up their shots, they're going to be even less effective. And then, if we paralyze the Oracle Elf before she gets to heal and one of the rangers, we should be good. That being said, we need to heal first, because our Lich Queen here has got to be at full health in order to make that all happen. Alright, I think that that's good to get started. Let's see where this puts us. What are you going to do now, Horus? Going to go around each other in circles. Okay. Sure. Alright, let's put her in the garrison. Let's go ahead and move Artie. He needs to heal. We've got plenty of money, but oh, I forgot he had these, so he actually needs to take those to Ms. Darksoul as well. I think we need to heal this party first before we get too spend happy. There we go. Now, since we have some life mana banked, I think the wisest course here is actually probably going to be running Count Choco out here. We're going to take both of these parties out if we can. And then Ms. Darksoul can haste him and have him run back. And we'll put a shadow over him so that that way he doesn't... he doesn't get ganked by a Vengeance of Emir or something on the way back to the house. Oh, I was worried that was going to happen. I hate these rock giants. Because they play havoc with our Wraith setup. I should be using thieves more in order to, like, keep a spy in his army. And I'm really paying for not doing that. And money has been one of our problems because, of course, we only have so many life potions. We can buy more, but they're very expensive. They don't drop out of the sky for free. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to semi-cheat a little bit and just change our formation so that that rock giant cannot hit our Wraith. And then I am going to hire a thief because I just should.
My prince?
Can she get all the way over there? Oof. She can't. Okay. In that case... yeah, it's only kind of, like, I already fought the battle, so... there we go. Let's try this again. We won't lose our Wraith this time. The only downfall of the Wraith is that they are so reliant on that weapon immunity. They only have 75 hit points because they're a mage unit, so that's just not a lot. Well, he's gonna get hit now, but that's okay. That's not that bad. So what that means is that when they do suffer an attack that bypasses that weapon immunity, such as an earth source attack, or fire, or something similar, yeah, it's not kind to them. Alright, finish it, Count Choco. Boom. Nice. Alright. I'm going to put her in here in order to save a movement point. There we go. Now, Ms. Dark Soul, where is our brand new Staff of Traveling? I'm still going to try and save this haste scroll for emergencies, simply because even though the Staff of Traveling does the same thing, it costs 200 life mana, and the haste scroll, by virtue of being consumable, does not. So I'm going to save that for when we really need a haste spell, when we don't have any other options. Alright. Let's give him some of his movement points back. And actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to haste our thief as well. I'm going to burn some more mana. She's going to go ahead of us. Oh my god, was that literally all the movement points that she had? With 12 movement points, is that the furthest she could go? Jesus. What a waste. Okay, well, I was going to have her spy on this guy, but... Oh well. That's alright. Who's he going to shoot? Count Choco, of course. The fool. Oh god, don't talk to me about vampirates. Okay, so there's a book series called Vampirates, and it is not great. Like bad book club levels of not great. Okay, could she make it to dry land? No. That's fine. Wonder, she could probably, if this sea serpent's by himself... Oh, wow. She could take him out because... Okay, now wait, though. I think that sea serpents just have a physical bite attack, but I may be mistaken. I can't remember if they were different in one of the Disciples games. I feel like they had a breath weapon, like they attacked with a water-based AoE. And if that's the case, she would so die in one hit. But if it's a physical attack, then it can't do anything to the werewolf, and she would just be able to paralyze it and they could chip it down and kill it. I think what I'm actually going to do is, because I can't remember, I'm going to protect cool older sister and Count Choco with Shadow here. And then I haven't done a second save file the whole time. I'm going to do a safety here, just in case this whole turn turns out to have been a bad idea. And we're just going to let it ride. And hope that, okay, good, they did not hit Aurangzeb with a horrible, horrible spell. And that being the case, Count Choco can come down here and find out for us.
My prince.
Our thief is going to go scout ahead. That's what she's going to do. Alright, who wants to fight a sea serpent? The mermaid is also an enemy, yes. We fought a mermaid once before, I think. Oh, this is a nasty fight. Oh my. Oh goodness. So mermen, they are a little bit faster and stronger than normal frontline melee units, but they make up for it by not having quite as many hit points as a second level unit like a knight. The mermaid can paralyze everyone. She has like a siren song, and then of course the kraken is just the spider of the sea. He just has lots of hit points and hits really hard. Okay, let's clean up the oceans, because we need the experience points anyway. Okay, here we go. A terror of the sea serpent feeds upon unfortunate sailors that venture too far from shore. And yes, see, look, they got 400 freaking hit points, deal 125 damage, go on initiative 70, for God's sake. Like, is there anything that, like, they have no weaknesses, but their source is weapon, which means that a werewolf does quite handily defeat them. He gonna lose this fight, though, because that's the only hit that he's gonna get. I should put our Wraith back in the middle. Don't let me forget when I get out of this fight. See, we got 2 Spectres, so he's going to spend the rest of this battle paralyzed. So I hope he enjoyed that one bite that he got of this Dark Lord. I hope it was delicious, because that was his last meal. Rest in pieces. And unfortunately, I only got 63 XP for that. Of course, you know, the algorithm, but still. Ooh, look at that, though. Oh, we're so close to level 6, y'all. And at level 6, we start getting some really great choices, because we've maxed out Count Choco's leadership score. So, yes, thank you. I was already distracted. See how quickly that happened? We've maxed out his leadership score, so he's free to choose utility skills at this point. He can take whatever he wants, and there are perks that increase his armor, that increase his movement, that increase his vision in the fog of war, that increase his health, that increase his damage, all kinds of stuff. There's some really good ones in there later. Go ahead and... Oh, yes, good. I was worried that that wasn't well aimed. Okay, she is still healing. He's mostly good. I'm going to spend the cash to go ahead and heal him, because he needs to come up here and meet Count Choco. He's also got other stuff that he needs to get out on the board and do. I picked up that phrasing from my dad. You'll hear me say that from time to time, and he developed that language from playing a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic. He calls the map, like the scenario map or the game world, the board, like it's a board game. And I think that that's because before getting into strategy computer games, he was really deep into like Risk and other strategy board games. So he always talks about putting his troops out on the board, or moving across the board, or I've got to get to the other side of the board. And it's like, Dad, it's not a board, but I guess when you think about it, it kind of is. These are just really complicated board games. The computer's doing the heavy lifting. I was gonna have Count Choco come down here and take this city so that Arthas could just base out of this. And I think that that's the way to go. The problem is these elf lords, because they're gonna hit us with 2 big ol' air attacks, and they deal like 55 damage a shot. They're not going to kill our specters in one go, because we do have 20 armor. But we are damaged. and I don't know how much healing we can actually do. This might be a good time to use... Does Ms. Darksoul have a scroll of healing? I think that she does. Somebody does. Oh no, wait a minute. Is that the scroll that he has? Oh no, and he hasn't taken it to her yet. Okay. Because even if we go in here and have already weakened the Elf Lords with like a nightmare or something, which I would probably do, these folks up front are still going to need to be healthier than they are. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I've been hoarding potions and consumable items. Let's stop doing that. Always trying to be a little bit better about that. So, let's go ahead and... There, 100 health. Do we have any small healing potions? I don't think that we do. Oh, the smallest we've got's 100. Okay, so... Those Elf Lords are definitely going to get in a hit each before the Spectres go. Which means that the Wraith will probably die if he's not protected. Increasing Count Choco's initiative is not going to... He can't kill them in one shot. So we need either... If we don't have healing, we need armor. Because armor is going to minimize the damage. It's almost as good as healing. This is 15%. That's 30%, the tree bark potion. I hate to blow these like this, but we need to move. Like, I'm tired of sitting around and waiting. So, here's what I'm going to do. There we go. That's going to stack with that banner and give them all 50 armor. So they're going to take half damage from all attacks. And then I'm going to have to blow another healing potion on that Wraith because he has less than 50 HP. Okay. And then, just to make sure that this is not an absolute waste, I am still going to summon a Nightmare. He can go in and get at least one hit in on those Elf Lords to make sure that they go down. Yeah, we're really storming the castle now. See, here's the problem. So here's a Skylord. Skylords are griffins with elven cavalry mounted on top. See, elite elf fighters who have raised griffins to become their mount. They have 400 health, deal 140 damage a shot, and go on initiative 55, which means that they go before, like, our fighters. So 1 or 2 good hits, and they're going to take one of those fighters out. Elf Lords have 175 HP, and on top of having 175 HP, they also do that. Miss. Oh, well. Okay, I knew that wasn't going to happen. 50 air damage on initiative 50, so like all elves, they are faster than regular, like everyone else's mages. But that 50 air damage... Oof. And then also the 175 HP is like, dang. Rulers of elven domains, the elf lords protect in times of need their domains against vandals. I guess we're vandals then. I don't want to blow all of our mana. That wasn't a great nightmare, but it was certainly... It's better than nothing. I'm tempted... Because, see... We can only paralyze 2 of them. With all of those hit points, we can paralyze the... I think I'm going to have to use protection on them, too. We can paralyze the Elf Lords and let the Sky Lord attack, or we can paralyze the Sky Lord and... only one of the Elf Lords. So, like, one of them's got to go down, which means we need to increase our damage in order to get that Sky Lord down as quickly as possible. These are only 15% damage. I'm going to give those to our Dark Lords. And that way, see, they're going to deal 86 damage. That will help to kind of cancel out the defense bonus of the town, because they've got 20 armor. So this way they'll only have like 5% protection-ish, is kind of the way that works. Okay. Oof, man, that big hit. And then also, see, they have Air Ward, but there's 2 mages, so one of them's gonna go, and if he hits both of these Dark Lords, it's gonna use up their ward, and then the next attack will actually hit and hurt. So this is gonna be rough. Ooh, okay, see, so here we go. Next one actually hurts. Whoo-wee, my goodness gracious. This is a boss fight, fam. Okay, Initiative 55, Initiative 50. We've got to paralyze one of the elves. If I paralyze the other elf, it will save the specters. And also the wraith. I think I have to do that because there is a chance that the Skylord can miss his single target, which will definitely be this guy. Or, if one of our Dark Lords goes first, well, both of them would have to go first. Either way, we might be able to take him out, but we have to paralyze the Elf Lords. We have to. Because the Skylord cannot by himself, yep, there is our Dark Lord, he can't break through our front line because the Wraith is there. So as long as we keep the Elf Lords paralyzed, the Skylord, all he can do is kill our Dark Lords. Whew. If all we lose is that one Dark Lord, that's okay. Because this, yep, there we go, Count Choco took out the Skylord. 1 down, 2 down. Come on, Wraith. 3 down. There we go. Hey, check it out. Oh my gosh, he's so close. And then he will automatically... Oh no, because there's that other fight in there. Oh god, gross.
As you wish.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get these banners that we're not using from Count Choco. We do not have any other staves or scrolls. I'm going to give him that potion because we're going to be using him. He's our main guy. Now, I think Arthas can take this town because all that's left is 2 elf rangers. Even if they concentrate their fire, they cannot take out our warlock who has the fewest hit points back there in the back row.
Who dares?
Does Count Choco have a... No, okay. I was thinking he had a rune stone, but...
Leave that to me.
So, let's take the town. First things first. Yep, got shot. Got shot. Ooh, 1 hit point, really? No hit points, that's much better. That wasn't worth a lot, but... Hey! Another Count. Count Ishkanser. Count Ishkanser? Ishkanser? Count Ishkabab. To reach our enemies, we will have to travel far east, for they dwell on the lands beyond the Bruthen Sea. Alright, well then, that's what we'll do. And I'm just gonna, real quick, heal that Warlock. And then, Arthas can start heading down this way. He's just going to step outside, and Count Choco is close enough to step inside, even though he has no movement. That allows us to do this, because that's going to be expensive. And the town itself... Ooh. Is it worth it to grow the town for 500 gold pieces? Because... no, I think in order to keep him moving, I'm just going to let him sit overnight, and then that will reduce their damage. And I'll use the gold that we have tomorrow to heal them the rest of the way and keep moving. Yeah, I think that's the way of it. And one last thing, I'm going to use our Staff of Traveling on Aurangzeb so that she can go ahead, because of course breaking a rod takes up all of your movement points. Where she's already damaged, I don't want her to get offed by another, like, chain lightning or something before she has a chance to place a rod, because that's why she's here. So I think that's a good expenditure of 200 life mana. We can drop that rod in the same turn, and there's nothing they can do about that. Well, there actually is a high-level spell that will destroy a rod, and but they don't have it because we don't have access to 5th-level spells in this scenario, so there's nothing they can do about it. Even if they kill her, the rod is still here, and they'll have to send an Archangel or a Proud Dwarf down here to deal with it.
Yes.
Okay. Our thief. Scout it out. I'm surprised to see neutral territory over here on this side. I thought that would be either snow or grass. Okay, goodness. Let's see how this goes poorly. Ah, right there. That's how it goes poorly. If they want to waste a Vengeance of Ymir spell on a thief, that's fine. Yeah, because that is going to one-shot kill her because she doesn't have 100 hit points. But also, it's a case of, like, is that really how you want to spend all of that mana on, like, a 4th level spell? And I guess the answer is yes. So, whatever, I guess. Here we go. Now, Ms. Dark Soul, of course, when she's fully regenerated, is going to come back over here and take this town, so Artie should not have to travel the whole distance. There we go. And she is full up. This is going well enough. I'm going to save it to our main file. Let's come over here and make this happen. And then he'll be able to trade with her next turn and start heading back. Immune. Yep. And that's it. That's all the damage they're going to get. Okay. That's all he can hit. That's all that werewolf can hit. That's fine. Boom. Okay. We have to paralyze the Oracle, or she's going to heal 55 to everybody. We have to paralyze one of the archers. Oh, I hope that guy misses her, because if he hits... Oof. Wasn't thinking of that. I wasn't thinking of the second round. Okay. I want her to get that experience, so... That's a bad play. That's just a bad play by me. Alright. That needs to go differently. So, let's see. What have you got in your pockets? We cannot attack them. We could use an armor scroll. I hate to waste that, though. I would love to... Well, it's not really a waste, but I'd hate to use it and then need it for Count Choco later. Still, right, a lot of this stuff is world map stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot she needs to sell that royal scepter. Yeah, I mean, we do got to go through those centaurs, but the thing is, the centaurs, like, they can't hurt the front line, of course. But what it is Ms. Darksoul only deals 40 damage, and that's going to be reduced by the defense bonus of the town. So if we don't paralyze the Oracle Elf, she will heal the 2 Elven Rangers back to full health every single time, because she heals more than Ms. Darksoul can dish out. So we have to take out the Rangers, and taking out the Rangers means we have to paralyze the Oracle. Now that we can do, yes. Actually, to get through, to chew through one of them quicker. But I think we're going to have to use either Chant of Fortitude to give Ms. Darksoul some armor, or we're going to have to use... Where is it? Wotan's Chant to increase her damage by 50%. And if we do that, then she would be able to she should be able to kill them? Maybe in one shot? Because then she'd be dealing 60 damage. So if she hits both of them, they'll go down. And if she misses one of them, that's okay too, because we only need to paralyze one of them, and then she'll still live. Alternatively, we can cast a summon and send it in there. That might be better than wasting those scrolls, actually. But the thing about that is, no, because if we summon, if he doesn't kill the archers, she will just heal them back to full health. I think it's going to have to be the Chant of Wotan scroll. Now, we can't concentrate on the... Yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying, like paralyze the archers and just let her heal. But that would be so slow, because she'd be healing 55 every time, and they would be dishing out less than 80 to one target. And the problem with that is there's that turn limit, right? Where after a certain number of turns, if you have not defeated the enemy, it just pulls you out of the fight. That's the real problem. And that's something we can't really defeat. I mean... If we were able to defeat one of the centaurs, that way we could chip away at them, and that might take 3 or 4 tries. But, I mean, do y'all want to watch that? Do we want to chance that? Especially because then she's going to gain on us with the healing if even one of the werewolves miss. So, as much as I hate to say it, I don't think that's a viable strategy. I think we're going to have to buff Ms. Darksoul. But that's okay, we got this for free. Might as well use it. And you never know, we might find another one. But also, they're meant to be used. I sit on these things way too much. And this is one of the reasons why, right? Like, I'm always having this discussion in my head of, what's the best use for this? When should I save this? And, you know... Yeah, exactly. It's basically like, if you have a healing potion, or you have a scroll, and you don't use it when it would do you good, then, like... What good is it doing you? There we go. See, she took him out in one shot. Because I see what y'all were talking about. It's just that it would, see, even one miss like that, she would gain on us, and it would take probably 2 or 3 tries to chip all the way through both centaurs while we held the archers down with her healing in order to get through. So she would have to haste herself, or whatever. And then, of course, there's always the chance, like just then, one of the specters could miss. So it's just very risky. There we go. Oh, come on. There, that's much better. There, that's a much better fight. I feel good about using that scroll. That's fine. Sargal says, "A phantom revealed to me that he was slain east of here by giant spiders. His magical sword could not prevent his tragic ending." Okay, so they are... That's actually pretty funny. If you take this town, they're telling you that if you go into the spider lair, you'll find the Sanguine Sword. That's what that's about. Which is cute, because we already have it. Like, we started on this side, we'd have to go through here in order to get to this town anyway? Well, that's not true. Back at the beginning, we did have a hero here. We could have run this direction. But if we had encountered this town at the time, I don't think we could have taken it.
Yes.
Not with the hero that we had. Okay, Ms. Dark Soul's out. Artie is tapped. Aurangzeb. I think that she needs to go heal somewhere. So, let's send her back along the path she came through, and we'll pop her in this town. And then Count Choco. That could be a proud... or no, because it's the Empire. I almost said that could be a proud dwarf, but if it's theirs, it would be an archangel. I was worried he might break our rod, but... yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a little bit of lore in the show each and every evening. It's like, hey, so this specter or this wraith or whatever that's actually in our army, yeah, he said that when he died, this is how it happened. So, you know, make of that what you will. And I dig that. I do. Okay. I said I was going to move him this turn. I did say that. Oh, this guy being over here, I don't know where he's going.
I hunger for blood.
So let's see. We will heal whomst we can. We should be able to heal all of them. Yeah, just barely. We've got enough. Okay. There should still be some darkness over here. I'm going to have him pop up this way. And this will do one of two things. Either the AI will see that this town is empty and divert towards it rather than going towards Count Choco, or they will come close enough that Count Choco can gank them. Where are you going? Okay, and they chose option A. No problem. That is fine with me. And we've got 40%. We are over halfway to our goal. 1,000 out of... well, okay. 40%. When Conquered lands 1,000 out of 200... or 2,459, that's total? That's not... that's how many squares there are, I think. Not how many we need to control. I may be wrong. Alright, you head back down here. Limp back down there.
Leave that to me.
You get him over here on the land.
Yes.
She can step out without using a movement point. That'll save him 1 or 2 moves. And here we go. Boom. Boom. Excellent. So now she's got that healing scroll as well. And, ta-da, we will take this Sanguine Sword. And look there. His damage just jumped up from 60 to 72. Pretty good. And now she's got the healing scroll. She's got the Staff of Protection, which is very important. This is going to be a great use of that runestone mana. for sure. Because then that means twice a turn if we have the mana for it. We can just add 20 armor to any party. Okay, I think she's good to go. And let's see. Actually, you know what? Now that I think of it, she has a better opportunity to sell that than he does because she can just go right down here. She's not going to do that this turn, but she can. Well, maybe she will do it this turn, actually. Yeah, she's the only one hurt. Screw sitting in there and waiting. Is that going to be better? It might be better to hit that one. Because that puts her closer over here to this flank where, like, this is the town she's supposed to be protecting. So she can go sell that. And then Artie here. This is going to be his city. This is the one that he's going to protect. Now, Count Choco. Ooh, I see another, the Mountain Clan's unit right behind him. Whoever Rainon is, they're about to have a bad day. Look at this. We came back from nothing, and we have as much as the Empire and the Mountain Clans combined. That's what you love to see. Okay, well then. That being the case, let's go ahead and play aggressively. Let's do this. Oh, y'all are screwed. Because he can almost take them out in one shot. I mean, okay. Sure. Go ahead and hit the only party member who can heal himself by dealing damage. That's fine. And he's only going to get 3 HP back, but still. Well, it's because you planned poorly and came in weak and underhanded. Alright, now. The question is, we have 200 life mana. Do we haste and hit that guy? And I think the answer might be yes. I think it's yes. I'm feeling spicy. Let's make this happen.
Who dares?
Oh, dang it. He can't quite get there. Crud. Oh, I thought I was so clever, but 25 is not enough to get there. Hey, hello. Yeah, hit postpone. We could go and kill the Kraken. They would get 1 hit in. I'm going to say let's do that because then we can level up. That will level Count Choco up. Leash the Kraken. Okay, who are you going to hit, my guy? It would be so funny if he missed. Please miss. Please miss. Yes! Oh my god! Oh, this is a gift. And I know exactly what to do with it. Open it. Wide open. Wide open. Crack out. How did that not level you up? Oh my gosh, he still needs 39 XP. Wow. Okay. I thought he was closer than that, but that's fine. Ooh, hey, another spell merchant. And some death mana. Good, because Aurangzeb is still close by. So she can heal and then head over that way. Now, I am still going to cast Shadow on Count Choco because the Mountain Clans might come down through here and uncover that Fog of War that I just placed, but it will still be there for the Empire. They'll have to send someone else down there to clear that patch again. So that still protects us from at least half of our enemies. Oh my god, another Valkyrie. Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you, and I hate Valkyries. Okay. You realize you suck, right? And this time you're not killing anybody. She's gonna damage everyone, but she's not gonna kill anybody this time. Because she didn't come in like a coward and hit us while we were weak. Okay, to be fair, like, it's not like I haven't done that, it's just good sense. That's just good strategy. There's no such thing as dirty fighting, there's just winning or losing. Honor is made up. Usually by the victor. Ha ha! Excellent. That's right, you brought it on yourself. Oh no. Big oof. He did do a hit on us, though. Oh no. So Tempest is a 3rd level Mountain Clan's attack spell, which you would think that because it's a tornado that it does air damage, but actually it deals 60 earth damage. So it's similar to our Call Decay Dragon spell, just a different damage type. Now here we go. Friends, fam, folks, y'all. We're level 6. His leadership is maxed out. We can choose whatever we want from this point on. So check this out. We've got Arcane Knowledge. We know what that does. Lets you read magical tomes. Hasn't really been super useful so far, only because Banner Bearer has been so incredibly useful. Likewise, we have skipped over artifact lore because you can hold banners or artifacts and you can mix and match, but like we have 2 banners that have been working really well. So like, are we going to give that up for something like the Sanguine Sword? The damage boost or an armor boost would be nice, but like there's nothing an artifact does that just leveling up can't do too. So then we've got Keen-Sighted. You see further in the Fog of War. Well, his scouting range is already like 7. He already sees further than anybody else because he's a scouting leader. This is an ability that I believe I said before has diminishing returns because, of course, eventually, once you explore a whole map, it stops being useful, right? So towards the end of a scenario, it peters out. Now, here is where we get into the stuff that has, like, increasing rather than diminishing returns. Toughness. It's back, y'all. You know what this does, adds 20% more hit points to the leader. And yes, it does stack with the permanent effect of that Highfather potion that he already drank. So he could have buku HP, and he's already close to 200 as it is. This might push him over. Then we've got Pathfinding. This is a big one. Pathfinding increases the leader's movement by 25%. I would remind you, he already has 50 movement points. Now, that might actually make it seem like a worse choice because he has so many, but keep in mind, getting into a fight steals half of them, half of your maximum, not half of your current HP. And also, you've just seen how important movement is in this game, and you've seen how it drains people who don't have the flying ability to move across water or through forests. So more movement points is always more better. We love to see that number go way, way up. Then we've got new ones. These we haven't seen before, so starting at level 6, leaders can also choose Regeneration. He will regenerate 15% of his hit points every day as though we were a warrior lord, and he had that ability. And if you are a warrior lord, this effect stacks with that for a total of 30. So, this is pretty good. On the other hand, Count Choco heals himself in battle, and he is the only leader that does so, which means that even when we come out of a fight where the entire party is nearly dead, Count Choco is usually fine. He's the least damaged person. So actually, as good as regeneration is, it's better for a Lich Queen or a Death Knight than it is for a Nosferat. And this is probably the worst choice we could actually make, in my opinion, other than Keen-Sighted. And then finally, we have Swift. Swift increases the initiative of the leader by 50%. His initiative is 70. increasing it by 50% would push it to the maximum. It would make it 105. And I think the most initiative you can have is 99. So that means that he goes before everyone, even Capital Guardians, who have an initiative of 90. Now, again, kind of like with Regeneration, maybe not the best choice for this hero specifically, just because as a scouting leader, he already has an initiative of 70. He already goes faster than just about everyone else, except for a handful of archers and other scouting leaders. And even then, he goes before, like, the mountain clans. He just doesn't go before the elves. Yeah, see, yeah. Because, like, Swift is good for breaking ties. That's what Swift is good for. But Pathfinding, I think y'all understand. I cannot, like, oversell what a game changer more movement points is. So I'm hearing Pathfinding. Let's do it. That's going to push his movement up to 62, which is better than 50. Oh boy. Okay, we're in a pickle now, kids, because that Valkyrie followed up with that Tempest, killed our Spectres and our Wraith again. And I've only got 2 life potions left, so I can bring 2 of them back, and I could even heal them with these potions of restoration, but that's the best we can do. And then he's kind of out here in the middle of, like, BFE, so we may have to do that, because the alternative is, like, we can't haste, so he will have to run back to a castle anyway, or to a town, and try to take cover. Oops. Let's go ahead and do what we need to do with everyone else first. We know we need to sell this. There's 500 gold. Here are more potions, of course. These babies are 400 gold a pop. We may have to invest in a couple because we have gone through them, as precious as they are. Problem being, Ms. Darksoul here would still have to run them back to him, or we'll have to relay them through Artie. That may not be the worst idea. He's going to take 3,400 XP to get to level 7. I would love to do that by the end of this map, but I can't guarantee that we will, unless we're able to save up our money and go to that training camp, and even then that'll take loads of cash. Huh. Okay. I think we're going to have to go for it. I think I'm going to have to burn these last 2 life potions and then do a heal. The Spectre's not missing out on anything. He would be helpful to have, but he can't gain XP. So I think what we're going to have to do is take out both of these parties and then Shadow. Good, we got rid of the giant before he went, so... Ugh, yeah, I knew he was going to take a hit, but... Okay, that's that. That's one. And we've got just enough movement because they parked right next to each other that we can take out the other guy too. Let me make sure before I do a stupid. There we go. Now if we take both of these guys out and then Shadow, they might, because they blew so much on us last time, not be able to Valkyrie again, is my hope. But one of the reasons I'm playing so aggressively in this stream is because we've got to push their borders back, and we need to steal runestone mana from the mountain clans and life mana from them so that they cannot keep casting Valkyrie, because that has been a huge thorn in our side. Okay, she can just stay there. And I think that this is a good investment. I'm going to grab 2 of these. And these cost 300. These are 150. I could buy 1 of those. I don't think it's worth it. Let's head back here as far as we can get. That castle is safe, so Artie can come back down this way. And he can grab the trade on this turn. Oh, no, he can't. Okay, but he can get it next turn. No harm done. Oof. There comes a hero. But no spell. Okay. They got somebody over there in that town. Don't like that. And the problem here is, like, we're low on cash, which makes it difficult to just buy, like, werewolves or something and put them in that city to protect it. Okay, she's done. Let's get Artie up on his way here. Flying heroes with Pathfinding are so good. They're so good. Okay. He needs to hightail it back to the house. He can almost get there. Oh man, he can almost get there with all those. Look at that. Even across the water, over the river, and through the woods, man, he could still almost make it. Oh, that's so good. He can almost make it here too, but he can't quite make it close enough to stop them. Oof. Interesting that the Empire came up from this direction this time. That tells me maybe going back this way is a good thing, because we might need to go up there and take a town. I'm gonna have to stick our nose out, and I'm not gonna shadow because he's like right there. Well, no, I am too, because that will protect us from the mountain clans, even if the Empire uncovers that. There's nothing in there. I'm gonna bet that's an Archmage. I'm betting that's an Archmage. Oh man, I could have paralyzed him. Do we have a scroll of paralyze? No, but we have other options. Ooh, I know what we can do. Hey! I promised y'all that I would use this spell, and you haven't gotten to see it yet. How about a little dwarven dirigible? I think you'll be able to see most of it up here under the fog of war. You couldn't see the whole thing, which is a shame. I'll have to see if I can cast it again later. But there's like a ring of explosive barrels around the outside of the balloon, and that guy just pedals his little balloon over, drops them all, and then floats on. It's very good. Also, that does confirm that is an Archmage, because I heard the sound he made when he took damage. I was worried it might be a ranger. Oh no. Oh, don't do that. That's very bad, and I don't like it. Ooh. No. Oh, well, there went those life potions down the drain. Dang, yeah, we've got to steal We've got to steal their mana crystals. On the other hand, hey, 200 XP. It's nothing to sniff at. Oh, screw you. Yeah, we've got to steal their mana. Oh, gross. Now we're gonna have to fight them in the town. Dang it, that's what I was hoping to avoid. Okay. Someone coming down to step up to Ms. Darksoul. That's an interesting and foolish choice. Oh, especially because it's an archangel. I'm gonna let her come. She's gonna come down this way and try to go around, and then we're gonna step out and gank her. And that's gonna be an end to that. At least, attacking us so much is costing them lots of money. Okay, he's an archmage. He can't have that much. I'm not even gonna heal.
Fresh blood at last.
Yeah, see, I knew it. He's got nothing. Because we should be exhausting most of their, or many of their resources. They're spending a lot of mana to cast these nasty spells on us. They are also spending a lot of gold to hire heroes and units to keep throwing at us in the quantities that they have been. So... And I mean, look at the mana crystals and gold mines that we have on top of our capital, right? And we're low on resources too. So... Oh, big oof. Gross. Gross. Okay, if that proud dwarf comes over this way, then Artie's got him. That archangel is just bait for the Lich Queen, so... Let's watch our enemies be foolish. Yes, please cast Vengeance of Emir again and again and again and again on neutral parties. Please do that. Oh, he left. Oh, God. Summoning another golem. I hate that. But he's going to attack her in the town, so even though that will hurt the werewolves, he can't kill anybody in one shot, and now he's going to be paralyzed. Because golems, unlike living armor, are immune to earth, but not mind. So, you just gave us free experience points. And honestly, we thank you. This is the time of COVID, so we really appreciate, like, delivery. I just wish it had been contactless. Have some more. Boom, baby. That's how the golem crumbles. 116. Oh, it's tasty. Oh, it's tasty. She getting up there. Soon she's probably going to level up again, which is great. And that's that foolish archangel. Honey, we know you don't have anything. Like, we've been new. We're going to step out here and kill you and go right back inside. I'm not even going to heal. Look at this. Yeah, honestly, like, I mean, her loyalty to the cause is her downfall because she did what they said when she had the opportunity to be like, nah, fam, I'm not going down there. That Lich Queen is down there. Haven't you heard of Ms. Darksoul? Oh. I skipped a werewolf by accident. I was thinking it was the other specter. My dumb.
So weird.
Yeah, well, Unfortunate for you, I guess. This town probably will warrant an upgrade at least to level 4, if not to level 5 at some point. We'll see. Now, this guy, we're going to have to go out and get him, I think. And I'm going to circle around in this direction to do so. Because he is heading east, so I need to intercept. If I go this way, he'll just go that way, and he'll get ahead of us. There we go. And I can't heal them yet, so I will just have to wait. I don't have any choice on this one. But that's okay. Look, we're earning a lot of mana. It's about time to maybe research a couple new spells. Because we want to make the most of this mana while we've got it, and Runestone is what we've been waiting on. So while we are kind of like in a holding pattern of healing and stuff, let's go to a screen we haven't seen in a while. And here we go. I'm going to research Touch of Mortis. Reduces enemy accuracy by 20%. And that will also take care of all of our level 3 spells. So now we can move on to these, which take 3 different types of mana. Now, the first one I'm going to research, you had best believe, is Nightfall. Nightfall is the upgrade of Shadow. It costs 200 death mana, but also 100 Infernal and 100 Runestone, but it restores a big old chunk of the Fog of War instead of like a little one. Then we've also got Rot, which cuts enemy damage by 1/3, and Call Red Dragon, which deals 100 fire damage. This is our version of Vengeance of Emir. It also has a weird split cost where it's like 90 of one and 110 of another.
Leave that to me.
Okay. I think right there's a good place to put him.
Darkness.
Now, Aurangzeb. I think... I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous of sending her over here because we've got to go at some point, but if they summon a Valkyrie, you know, like, that would hurt us. It probably wouldn't kill us as long as we paralyzed on the first go. But if they hit us with a bunch of really nasty spells, it's, she's gonna go down quick. And I would hate to see that. But we've got to go at some point. We have to be brave. We've got to be spicy. We have to. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Damn, that spell. That's going to kill everything he has. Chill. Yeah, go ahead. Hit me with your best ice puns from Batman and Robin, you know. Miss Darksoul may have to push out on this side just to, like, start forcing them to divide their targets. See, look at that. The Templar took no damage because he has Water Ward. But the Spectre only has 90 HP and the Warlock has 75. And then Artie himself, I mean... Hoo-wee. The Ice Age. Okay, this is a proud dwarf. We're just gonna kill him. He's gotta go. We stuck Artie all the way out here, so we've got to have a payoff of some kind. There has to be a payoff. Man, that is rough. But that's okay. It's alright. It's alright. Because these two are the only ones who need experience points anyway, so... Oof. Big oof. Run. Run, boys. You know what? Let's go ahead and we will research Nightfall. And then just cast it. We've got enough. Let's do it. There we go. Much bigger chunk, see?
Who dares?
And there's nobody over here. So I'm going to go ahead, finish Count Choco's healing off with a buyout, and then let's go see what's over here. Nothing. What's over here? Nothing. Somebody pulled the plug out. Okay, let's see how this backfires on us. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh man. Y'all. Oof. Oof, that's real bad. Because if they attack her, oh man. Because that killed the werewolf. Dang it. Fuck. That's rough. We can afford another rod planter, but I really liked her, and she and that werewolf went through a lot together, and she had actually leveled up, which is wild. Man, feels bad, man.
Leave that to me.
Feels bad. And we're gonna have to haste Artie to get him back in this castle.
Yes.
Oof. Okay, but at least he can make it, and we can afford to do that. And we can also afford to do this. Oh, and I forgot the Warlock needs to level up into a Wraith, too, actually. I have to heal him. There, we'll do what we can. That's really rough, though.
Who dares?
Okay. Okay. Which way do we go? They keep coming from this direction. Let's go around. Is there a town over here, maybe? Man, all of these little islands. Where are those heroes coming from that were coming, like, from down this direction? Maybe nowhere. We are out of cash, which is very unfortunate. Really gonna summon a Valkyrie, huh? Folks. Okay. That's it. I'm done playing. I'm done playing with you. I just paid to revive them. Well, at least that's a lot of XP. He's getting close to a level up, which is good. Really? Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. So here is what happens now. You see, I'm not a good loser. And when someone pushes my buttons over and over and over again, I tend to get a little snippy. So, the Empire and the Mountain Clans here have just ranked up their relationship score sufficient to unlock that feature, as it were. So I'm gonna do what I obviously should have been doing the whole time, which is the Mountain Clans are over in this direction. I'm gonna go get them, because I'm tired of having Vengeance of Ymir cast on me. I really am. I'm tired of having to spend healing potions. I don't like it. I'm tired of having to spend life potions. So, yeah. I think it's time for that to end. Aurangzeb is all that they get. Death to the living, indeed. Okay. Oh, come on now. I think 60, 60, they both deal 60, but this guy can hit Artie. Yeah, so he needs to go down first. Oof. I hate that. Oh, come on now. Everybody can't miss. There we go. That's better. Yeah, complain about it.
Darkness will fall.
Oh man, we've got a lot of resurrecting to do, so it's a good thing that that's what the undead hordes specialize in, I guess. What are they gonna do? I don't like that they came and attacked me. It's very rude. This is not going as well as I would like. Okay, no, we're not having that. We're not having that. Okay, let's see. What can we do to change this situation? Uh, hmm. A summon, perhaps. Oh my god. Do not. That is the worst thing that's been said to me today. And honestly, how dare you? Okay, let's... I'm going to put a skeleton right here. That'll only cost 100 death mana. But they won't be able to get past it in one go. That should stop them from being able to reach Artie. Yeah, they're less likely to waste Vengeance of Ymir casts on a summon creature, but they do have to navigate around them or go through them because a summon creature will force them to like spend half their movement points just like any other battle. So, You think that's the solution, do you? Unfortunately, you may be right. Oh! Wow, attacked our skeleton. Instead of the town. That's odd. And then's gonna attack the... Don't like that. Especially don't like it when y'all miss. Come on. Oh, this is not good. We're losing every which way from Sunday. And then he could just move in and clean up. No, I say we have to stop that guy. Okay, well, there is another way. We still have that Staff of Paralyzing. Unfortunately, I don't think that they can just not. I don't think that that's like... I don't think that they feel as if that's an option. But they're going to have to get used to it. There we go. Depletes his movement points anyway. We have 1 gold, so like I can't do anything about this situation. Let's see what happens. Okay, what are you gonna do this time? So on, nothing. I forgot I already summoned him before the autosave. Whoops. That's okay. It's worth 100 death mana to hear that. Not again! Okay, there we go. That's a little better. A little better off than we were. Okay. Can't revive him. I can revive one of them. Let's see. I mean, we could, and then they would have to go through, like, the Death Knight to get to them, but the objective is to not lose any of them, if at all possible. Because the thing is, like, this guy's 2nd level too, and he's high level or higher level, so, like, if I put a ghost and a initiate over there, they're just gonna die. It'd be a waste of 100 gold. Okay, this town seems fairly safe at the moment. We're gonna come down here to the capital so that he can heal quicker. And that also puts him a little bit closer, like in running distance over here.
Yes.
I think Ms. Darksoul is going to have to push the line. Probably have to paralyze this fella again.
Darkness
Feel my power.
Wait a minute, what turn is that? Okay, we'll save on that one in case I need to go back. If nothing else, moving her out might cause them to, like, make a stupid cast with a spell. In order to get her werewolves, they might cast Waste of Vengeance of Emir or something instead of summoning a golem or what have you. Oops. We only want to deal with one of these losers at a time, so I'm going to paralyze the ranger again so that he can't move. And then this Mountain Clans party, they may come down and attack the town or something, but we'll have another turn of regeneration on them. Another turn of recovery. Oh, of course he's going to summon a Valkyrie. Oh, man. Well, we get to go first, but it's not going to matter because she goes before either of them, so unless she misses... Yeah, there they go. The computer never really misses when it needs to, or when you want it to. And then she's going to go again this time, first of all. Oh, man. Oh, I hate Valkyries so much. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. She can't take the town, but she can cost us a hero. How can you even see over there? Oh, no, I guess he can, actually. Can't lose Artie because we can't afford to replace him. We literally can't. Dang.
Yes.
We're in a bit of a pickle. Because there's just not much I can do about a Valkyrie. Man, this is a real reversal of fortunes. We started out in a much better position than we have wound up. I don't know where they are getting all of the mana, the crazy amounts of mana to cast Vengeance of Emir and Summon Valkyrie and Tempest and Golem and Chain Lightning every single turn, because we have a bunch of mana crystals and we can't afford to keep up that level of power. So they must have a bunch of mana over there. And of course, too, I mean, they have been banking things like Runestone mana because that's their type, or Life mana because that's their type, longer than we have. But, like, we've got a bunch of Death mana crystals, and we're just not, like, raking it in the same way. Whew. They're ahead of us in that respect. We're going to have to go over here and take those crystals from them. Like I said, that's the most important thing. That is the most important thing. Well, I'm torn. Because there are a couple of ways out of this. But... yeah, suffering is one of them, thank you. None of them are great. Like, I could pull Artie back towards the capital. And abandon this town. We could just lose this town and then go back and take it later. That is an option. We're out of death mana, so I can't shadow over the Count, which means that there's not really anything I can do about him and about getting hit by Chain Lightning and it killing this Spectre again. which at least that would only, we didn't use a life potion, so that would only cost us the 200 gold we spent to revive him for 1 HP. And no one else will die from a chain lightning. They can't kill Count Choco in one hit. The Dark Lords will be unaffected entirely because they have Air Ward. Not a huge deal, so if they want to waste a chain lightning, I do consider that a waste. I'll be irritated because it cost us 200 gold, but whatever. Well, you know what? Maybe this is an opportunity. Trying to protect this town right now is kind of a losing battle. Literally a losing battle. If we fight this battle, we're going to lose. So, with the amount of resources that we have, especially the amount of mana, the only reasonable thing we can do to try and save Mr. Bloodborne here is, like I said, we can pull back. I could retreat down to this town, or I could fly him over towards the capital, and I could let them have this town, and then we can go back in when Count Choco is back up at full power, and we could take it back. The other option is, and I'm not gonna do this unless y'all want to see it, but if you want to see it, this is a great chance to do so. So don't consider this a suggestion, just consider it an offer. When y'all were kids and you played old video games, do you remember cheat codes? Because I do. Do you remember the Konami code, or do you remember putting certain inputs on menus in order to unlock special characters, or typing things like motherload into The Sims to get infinite money? So some games nowadays still have those, like The Sims 4 has got cheat codes. But it's not as prevalent as it used to be, which is an interesting development in gaming technology. Debug codes and things are still there, but developers don't just hide key combinations and stuff in the game for the fun of it as often anymore as they used to. There are Easter eggs, but not cheat codes. But Disciples, being an older game, does have just cheat codes. And when y'all play it for yourselves, of course, if you don't want to see it here or see me use them in this run, that's totally fine. You can try it for yourself. You can find the lists easily online. They are out there. And by typing in certain commands, of course, you can give yourself like max mana and money. You can heal all your units. You can level units up. And I think there's a couple of others, like, I think maybe there might be one that teaches you all the spells. And there's probably just one that I would never use, which just wins the scenario for you, like it wins the map. I don't remember if there are any others without looking it up. Yeah, I can't remember. I want to say that there might be one that's like defeats a specific player, like you can input the Empire or clans or something like that and just wipe them off the map and it'll destroy their capital and kick them out of the scenario. But I don't remember. It's been too long since I used one. So, but I'll leave that up to y'all. You can vote and tell me in chat if you want to see that. As for Arthas here, I don't really see any solution for him to try and save him other than to pull back. Now I think that this area right here is still shadowed. And if we go over here, I don't think that they can target us.
Yes.
I may be mistaken.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're having enough fun to stay. Let's see what they do. They might get in each other's way. Watch them not even cast a spell. Okay, no, he's going to end the chamber. That's fine. Like I said, that wastes 200 of our gold. Interesting. Okay, so they just really wanted that town. So when we moved Arthas... Okay, so the problem still remains that Artie is wounded. We can move him right back into the town, but without the money to heal everybody, which I'm not sure that we have, it won't do anything. Let's move everyone else first. Let's get him undercover.
Yes.
Because I would really prefer, if possible, to resurrect someone in the Count's army rather than spending all of that money to heal Artie, but at least he didn't die. Okay, let's see how this goes. If I can heal them all, I'll let this crossbowman or this engineer come to me. 118, 142. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. 41 for that. Okay, I can heal them part way. Let's see what they do. Of course they Valkyrie. Like their Mercy's in Overwatch. Oh no, Valkyrie. Oh man, I wish that there was some better way to prevent that, but like even putting a shadow over the city won't. Now at least in this case, she won't kill everybody and the Spectre will hopefully paralyze her, so she'll get one good hit in, which is annoying. But then that should be it. There we go. Okay. Now, the downside here is that she did soften us up, because they're using their summons just like we use ours. She softens us up, and then that engineer comes in. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Damn it, Spectre! I'm gonna have to load it, because if I don't... Because the engineer's gonna follow up immediately anyway. And then the engineer will already, with one hit done to like a Spectre or to the Warlock in the back row, will be able to take one of them out with a single shot. So that was unnecessary, the boost. Because see, he does 40 damage anyway. So with like 38 hit points or something else, he was going to take one of them out. And it was probably going to be the Spectre. So I'm just going to do that and then load it. It's the combat in this game is so strategic. It's very fulfilling when you win because you feel like, oh man, I did a good, job. I really made good choices here. But then when you lose, it almost always feels like more often than being the result of a bad decision. And this is not me making excuses for myself. I want to stress. It feels, not necessarily is, but feels like rather than being the result of poor decisions, it is often because of something like that with the Spectre, where you have an easily winnable battle that you lose because one critical unit missed. And I mean, that's realistic. The same thing can happen in any game where, you roll a 1, so to speak, and things go sour. But still, like, it never feels great when you have a battle like this one where if that Spectre had just made that roll, had just successfully paralyzed, we would have nothing to worry about. At least not from the Valkyrie. Like, she would not have killed both of these units. And then when he misses, you know, it feels like it's the RNG's fault that you lost the fight, instead of feeling like, oh no, this powerful enemy, you know, defeated me. Oh my god, see? Like that twice in a row? That's BS. Now I am, like, legitimately upset. Because once is, like, that's fair game. And I know that's gambler's fallacy, right? Like, you think that the more you roll low, then it's more likely that the odds get of you rolling high, which is just not true. But that is very high sodium to be talking about it and then just have him miss twice. Like, come on, game. I just want to get through this one turn.
Who dares?
Is there anything else we could do to change this? I mean, I could summon a skeleton. I don't know what good it would do. Because if I summon him, like, right here, it's not going to stop the Valkyrie from attacking from the side. If I summon one right here, it might stop the Ranger, though. Let me try that. That'll force him to take a different path at least, and we still have to deal with the Valkyrie issue, but we cannot afford... We don't have enough death mana to paralyze the Ranger again. So if we cut him off while he's in the water, then, you know, at least that gives us something. Right. Go ahead. Get her out here. Let's go. Let's do it. Well, one way or the other, regardless of how this battle turns out, we are pretty much at the end of this stream. So I definitely want to thank you for joining me. This has been fun, even if we have suffered some setbacks. And I still feel like we have made progress overall. So I'm glad you were here. I'm glad that you were along for the ride. Thank you again for the follows. See, that's much better. And don't forget, if you are not already following or subscribed here on Twitch, then please do. It helps us out a lot. And you can also jump over to YouTube and do the same thing there, where you can find the playlist that has this whole series on it, as well as all the other games that I and my wonderful husband, Specific Pixel, have played together on the channel. And you can follow on Twitter, Facebook, and Pillow4 in order to keep abreast of what we're doing here on the channel, and to participate in things like our recent Chrono Cross poll, which is still ongoing. So come back next Thursday for more Disciples Sacred Lands. Come back on Saturday for Betrayal in Antara, and come back on Monday for Chrono Cross. I'll see you then, and as always, thanks for playing. If I go down, I'm taking you with me. Okay, maybe not.